All right, welcome. How is it going, guys? How is it going? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from this live section this morning. You're welcome to the live show, okay? So, yeah, it's another day to look at the market, all right? Look at the market and see what Tomo and Pepe are currently doing to us right now. And then we have BLZ waking up as well after, having that fall down to around 0.097. Okay, we had a bounce just at that support level, right? We had a bounce. So if you've been paying attention to this coin, then that would have been a good opportunity for you to make some money in this market. All right, so welcome everyone. All right, wherever you're joining from, you're welcome. If you are new to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button. All right, so just go there and then subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe to the channel and then hit that like button, guys. Smash that like button. All right, if you love what we are doing here daily, smash that like button. And if you are new here, we do scalping, daily trading, features, and all of that on Bybit. So you can use the first link here to sign up for your Bybit account. And if you are not in the Telegram group, okay, use the link there to join. Right, there are all links here, affiliate links in the description. So go ahead and use them. Anyone, okay, you want to use them to join the Telegram, sign up for a Bybit account, and let's start doing this together. Yeah, good morning, Vincent. Good morning, Marvelous. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live show. So you want us to start with SUI, all right? We'll go to SUI and look at that coin. All right, but right now, okay, I'm looking at BLZ and we are at that support level, guys. We are at that support level. So a good area that would have been for us to pick a trade to the upside would have been somewhere around there, right? At that 10-cent level. But right now we are there. So BLZ can be pending for now until maybe we get a rejection from this. If you want to do scalping for this, you can actually look at between the support, okay, and the resistance level. Between the support and the resistance level, those are the areas you should be looking at. By going to the lower time frame, you can be looking at scalping opportunities all in this area. Look at that, okay? We went up there, rejected, went up there, rejected, went up there, rejected, and right now we're just there. All right, so that would have been a good opportunity to make some money and all of that. So pay attention if you want to be scalping this trade. Pay attention, and I bet you will enjoy doing that. Okay, so yeah, let's start with SUI from Vincent, right? SUI USDT. Let's see what we have with SUI this morning, guys. Okay, SUI, these were the zones I was looking at, all right, and the 1 hour time frame. So I was looking at this, and then this was like a first breakout because I was looking at this going there, returning, going there, returning, and this actually returned. Okay, this area we're looking at initially was a first breakout, so this entering to the upside wasn't, right, because when we came down to that resistance level, we broke it, and right now we are using the resistance as a support. All right. So we broke below it, and right now we're using the resistance as a support. So these trend lines here are still valid because after doing this first breakout, we came down here and then bounced from this other trend line here again, and we are bouncing back up. All right. So if you've been paying attention to this coin, it would have been a good area to take trades and all of that. So I still have this zone here, guys. So it is like we're in the middle of this trend line, this two trend line that I drew here. Let me go to the 4 hours time frame so that you see that clearly. All right. So this area up here and then this area down here. So we just came back and bounced from this area. So I don't know if we'll come back again and reject at this area. So all I just need to do now is to adjust this one to that high there because the high there is higher than this other one here. So, okay. Yeah. So if we're going to create another higher high here, I don't know, before coming back again to create like a lower high, right? Because right now we are in that upward trend for SUI. So maybe we'll come back here, create another higher high somewhere here, and then come down and create a lower high and continue that way. So what you want to do is to take advantage of this trend, all right? Take advantage of this trend right now. And since we are just in the middle, right now I'm not going to long into the resistance, neither am I going to short into the support. So wait for it to come up to this area and create maybe a higher high here, then you can be shorting. And then if you come back down to this area, then you take a long trade to the upside. Okay, so for SUI right now, we're looking, if any of these plays are, right? If any of these plays are, then I'll be taking a trade to the upside. So if we come down to this level here, it will be a good area to take a trade to the long side. Okay, so let's say we reject at this resistance, which I'm looking at currently, and then we'll come back down to test that support level at 0.55. okay, 555 or 554, it will be a good entry to take a trade to the long side for SUI. Then if we come reject at this area there at 62 cents, 63 cents, okay, and then you take a trade to the downside. All right. For Vincent, that's what I'll be looking at currently for SUI. But if you want to scalp this, yeah, you can go to lower time frame and start looking for an opportunity to scalp, right? An opportunity to scalp. So if we reject it again, then you should take a quick shot, maybe targeting like a 10 to 15% move and all of that. All right. Good morning, Freeborn. Good morning, Dietsin. Good morning, Juan. Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So Cardano. Let's look at Cardano and see what that token is currently. Franklin, is Franklin here? Okay, somebody else is taking over Cardano today. I believe, yeah, Joan has equally been consistent with Cardano as well. I think so. I'm not missing that up. All right, so yeah. Okay, guys, so for Cardano, our setup, okay, our entry for long is still valid, right? So for Cardano, this is the entry I was looking at for long. Yeah, I've been looking at this trade with with Franklin for a while now. Okay, so yeah, this I'm still waiting for this to come down to that area. Okay, we had that initial bounce here, went up again. So right now we are coming back to that area of 25 cents. So at 25 cents, we should be taking a trade to the upside. That's what I personally will be looking at for Cardano. Okay, so at 25 cents, you should be taking a trade to the upside. Right. Alternatively, if you want to, play along the trend, okay, if you want to use the trend and wait for a breakout of the trend and all of that, then all you just need to do, all right, instead of entering a trade, immediately we'll get to the support line, okay? You just plot a trend line here and see how that plays out, okay? Let's see, we reject from that trend line until we get to this area. A break of that trend line to the upside will be a good confirmation to take a trade to the upside, all right? But I'll be looking at picking a trade at that support, okay, of that 25 cents. So my entry for Cardano for long will be at 25 cents, okay? Yeah, entering for long trade for Cardano will be at 25 cents, and I'll target this previous high here. And then if we continue to move up, then we can gradually be targeting, taking trades to the upside. So let me send this to the group, guys. Okay, let me send this to the WhatsApp group so that in case you're not seeing my screen clearly, you should be able to see that when I send it to the WhatsApp. All right, sorry, to the Telegram. Okay, so to the Telegram, I'm not going to write entering. Entries are here. Your take profit is there. Entry is a gray, and then stop loss is the red. Okay. So I'll just snap this and then send it to the Telegram so that in case you want to set a limit order for this, you'll go ahead and do that. So Cardano is a trade that I'm paying attention to. You can enter when we get down there or enter at the break of that trend line, guys. All right. So stop loss below and then take profit up there and all of that. So enter at the break or, okay, that is ADA USDT long. Okay. Yeah. So I put that on the group. So that's what I'll be looking at for Cardano. If it comes down to that area, I will take a trade to the upside. All right, Joanne, that's what I'll be looking at. Okay, that's in big SRP and YGG. Let's look at that. Okay, let's start with big USDT. So for big, what do we have here? Big, 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 big. Okay, I had this setup here that didn't play out. Right, the long trade we took the other day did not play out. Okay, so yeah. We're still there. Big is a bit stagnant right now. It's not moving as it should. Okay, it's not moving as it should. Okay, we had that pump. When was this? Okay, this actually was, yeah, a few days ago. Had that pump there, had a dump. Okay, so for big, we are just in the middle right now. Okay, we are just in the middle, respecting these levels here in the middle. So what I'll be looking at for big is, for a short trade, okay, at the support, and then a long trade at the resistance, okay. Short at the resistance, and then a long trade at the support. All right. So that's in. I'm not going to rush into trades, guys. Okay. Always wait for your whatever token you're paying attention to. Always wait for it to play out, guys. There's no need of rushing into a trade right now. So I'm not going to rush into this trade right now. I'm not going to enter any trade right now. Okay, even if I go to the 1 hour time frame, guys, I'm not going to run into a trade right now. So I want to wait for this to reject at that 12-cent level, which is the area I'm looking at as a resistance, or let it reject at the 0.083 level, which is the area I'm looking as a support. So whenever we get to each of these areas or each of this zone, I'm going to be taking a trade to the long side. So pay attention to big and let that play out. Okay, whenever that plays out, you go ahead and take a trade. All right, for XRP, let's look at XRP and see what we can do this morning. Okay, so SRP back to that area of consolidation. So yeah, the area I'm looking at picking a trade to the upside has not worked out yet. Okay, so that's not worked out yet. We're still consolidating. So after breaking above this trend line, we came back down again. And basically, what I'll be looking at right now is to see how I can pick a trade from here. Okay, so we can use this area here as support area for now, right? This can serve as our support area. So we look at the 200-day moving average and the support area below it, okay? Because currently we are just within that 200-day moving average. We've not traded above it, neither are we trading just below it and the rest. So I'll be looking to pick a long trade for SRP. If this actually do something like this, maybe we gradually come down to this area at 50 cents, okay? At 50 cents, I should be looking at taking a trade to the upside, all right? That is what I'm looking at for SRP, except we break, above the 200-day moving average, go up and then come back down, okay? Because currently we are trading below the 200-day moving average. So I'll be looking at this coming down to this area here. Look at this week that came and tested that level, okay? Tested it again and all of that. So I'm hoping that another week we, just come back down to that level again, then we can be looking to take a long trade to the upside. So if you want to follow up, okay, with this trade, I'm going to send you this to the group. So put stop loss just slightly below in case we break below that area, guys. All right, so I'll snap this again. This is a swing trade in case it plays out and all of that. All right, but I'll snap and send to the group again so that in case you want to take this trade, you will go ahead and take the trade. So let me remove these other lines here so that you don't get them mixed up with your stop loss levels. All right, so I'll take this snapshot again and send to the group. So in case you want to take this trade, this is what I will be paying attention to, guys. SRP long, that's where I'll be entering a long trade if we get down there. No matter how long it takes, just be patient, okay? Because when it plays out, definitely you'll be like the patient dog that is eating the fattest bone, guys. So XRP USDT long. Okay, that's long. So that's for XRP, and then for YGG, let's look at where we are right now. YGG. Okay, so yeah, we broke below. This is what I was actually saying yesterday, that I was not going to look at, because of how bearish everything is in the market, I'm not going to look at us rejecting at that 786 level, right? So the Fibonacci retracement 2 doesn't hold water right now because we just broke at below the 786 level. And then my entry for YGG is still valid at that area of 21 cent. Okay, so 21 cent will be the area I'll be looking at picking a trade to the upside for YGG. All right, 21 cent will be the area I'll be looking at picking a trade to the upside for YGG. So if you want to trade this, then when we get back up there, you can be taking a trade to the downside. So for YGG, I'll equally send this to the chart. All right, I'll equally send this to the chart. So I'll be looking at picking a trade at 21 cent, and then we can take it to the upside. Okay, with the stop loss just slightly below in case, you know, you know what I mean. In case market just decide to go, and start to do their own village things and all of that, just like Tomo is doing right now. Okay, so YGG, let's look at YGG. Okay, USDT long. All right. So in case I make any mistake in this, all right, just let me know, because the other day I was typing a different thing and then somebody was looking for that error on the chat on the exchange on Bybit without seeing them. All right. So dieting, those are, my own opinion, personal opinion on all of this token. Okay. Yeah, Asidu, you're welcome. Beauty Nelly, you're welcome to the live show, guys. All right. So let's go to Shiba Inu. Guys, smash that like button. All right. Smash that like button. All right. Smash that like button. So Shiba Inu, let's look at, I think it's Shiba Sheep 1000, right? Sheep 1000. Yeah. So let's look at what Shiba Inu currently has for us this morning, guys. Shiba, oh, Shiba, oh. Good singer, right? Okay, guys. So we are currently at that support level, right? Forget about these weeks and the rest that just go there for liquidity grabs and all of that. So yeah. Shiba. So Shiba, what are we looking at? I'll wait for this to come down to that level, guys. Currently, we are just below here, and I don't think. Anyway, if BTC decides to go below 25K, guys, if this BTC goes below 25K, then you can see all of these tokens, forming and returning down to that level. But for now, for a quick scalp for Shiba Inu, we'll be looking at taking a trade from this support level here. Okay, we'll take a trade from this support. So currently, I'm not going to do anything. I'm looking at this resistance up here and this support level up down there. All right. So in case we go like this and then come down to this area, we should be looking to take a long trade to the upside. So for Shiba Inu, let's see how the weekend plays out, guys. Let's see how this weekend plays out. All right. So whatever the weekend throws at us, that is exactly what we're going to, take. So yeah, we're looking to enter Shiba Inu 0.0078. All right. And then I'll put stop loss just slightly below in case, I don't know, maybe we'll have a week like this that would definitely, except you want to take it below that area, because this week can just take you out, right? This week can just take you out and it will still go in your favor and all of that. So if you want to trade Shiba Inu, this is what I'll be looking at, and I will take a screenshot of this and send to the Telegram as well. All right, I'll take a screenshot of this and send to the Telegram as well. So in case you want to trade this, those are the areas I'll be looking to pick a trade to the upside. But if we go to that trend line and then maybe start rejecting down, yeah, you can now start looking to take a trade to the downside, guys. Okay, so it should be sheep 1000 USDT long. In case it plays out all right, but equally be looking at the trend line, because we may come in here, come up here, reject at that trend line, just like we did here. Okay, reject and then start coming down. But I want to see this come down to this area, then I'll pick a trade to the upside. That's what I personally will be looking at for, concerning the Shiba Inu trade. So the next one there will be H bar. Let's look at H bar USDT. H bar USDT, guys. What do we have here? Guys, it's going to be a long trade for me, guys. Yeah. So you can enter H bar right now, either with market order or wait for a breakout of this trend line, guys. Okay, we can wait for a breakout of this trend line. If I go to 1 hour time frame, let's adjust that trend line. Yeah. Well, let's wait for a breakout of that trend line, because we are currently sitting at that support, which is a 200-day moving average. Okay. So a bounce from here to the upside is inevitable. All right, guys. So you can see that, we just consolidating around this area. So two scenarios that bound to happen is either we break below this level and then go down, depending on how the market plays at this weekend, okay, or just break above this trend line and go up. All right. So I'm going to, this setup here is still valid, right? We've been looking at this for a while now, and then that token has just returned to the level. So our entry will be at that level of 0.584. Okay, currently we are at 58. You can enter with market order if you want to and all of that. So I will just snap this and send to the group in case you want to take a trade. I think I'm going to set a trade for this as well for HBAR. I'm going to set up a long trade and see if that will pick up my entry before, the end of today. All right. So for HBAR, let me send that so that you can be able to see it clearly. So this is H bar USDT long. Bar USDT long. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at for the huge bar token. Okay, for Joanne. All right. Freeborn X no. Okay, I don't know what that token is about. USDT, but I guess this topping on the top gainer this morning, right? Yeah, we see that the top gainer. I think I saw that token somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I am number 6 or thereabouts on the top gainers. Oh, guys, it's already dumping. It's already dumping, guys. The token is already dumping, right? So it has a push up there. Yeah, somebody traded this and was complaining yesterday. Okay, I don't know. He traded it with he or she traded it with a stop loss, and the stuff was just going and going and going and going. Okay, guys, it seems to be we are at an area we can start looking for a long trade, guys. So we are at that 786 level, right? So can we have a rejection around this area? You can actually take a quick, like a risk here by longing this trade here. If this area, okay, we don't reject it, it means that we can actually get down to that level of 56 cents. All right. But if we reject at this area of 63, then you can look at it coming back up to 68 or even to around $70 level, right? So let me look at that token and see what do we have here. The turnover is around 19 million, guys. We may have a push, okay? We may have a push from here to the upside. So you can start looking, yeah, start looking to take a trade here to the upside, guys. Start looking to take a trade here to the upside. Alternatively, if you want to be extra careful, then you can just plot in a trend line here. All right. This on a 15 minutes time frame. Let's say we just plot in a trend line there. Then if we break above that trend line, you should be looking to take a trade to the upside. All right. That is if we don't hold the 786 level, then we can be going down to around that 50, 56, $57 level. But if you want to take a trade there, then just this trend line, wait for it. If we break above that trend line, then it's a good opportunity to enter a trade to the upside. So I'm going to monitor this trade. Okay. I'm not going to give you any setup right now because except you want to enter and then risk small money. Okay. If you want to enter with market order right now, you can do that and then risk small money. So maybe your entry will be just at the market price right here. Okay. Target this what's it called? The 68, the 618 level. All right. And then put your stop loss slightly below. All right. Just slightly below that area. All right. In case this just it goes down, all right, this goes down, you should be losing a little amount of money. But if you want to enter this trade for a long, you can enter with market order right now, guys. So you can enter with market order right now and see how that plays out for you. Okay. So let me see what I can do with that. That is X no. All right, guys. X no. Yeah. So okay, so yeah, for Freeborn, that's what I'll be looking at for that token. All right. Yeah, Mohammed, you're welcome. Welcome, David. Welcome, Idru James. Um, please CSUI once. Is there any entry? And also, I thought I posted. What did I say on the SUI again, sir? Okay, let's look at SUI USDT. Okay, for SUI, this is what I was looking at, right? So yeah, it told us that we're in the middle between this resistance level, the trend line up, and then the trend line down. Did I send this to the group? I think I did. Yeah, I did not. I did not. Yeah, I did not because we are just at the middle here, right? So I'm looking at taking a long trade from here up, or when we get up to this level, if we reject it again, I take a trade down. All right. Anything at 63, 60, 62, 63 cent, I'll be taking a trade down. Then anything at 55, 56 cent, I'm taking a trade up. Okay. That's what I'm currently looking at for SUI. But we're just in the middle right now. So I will just let this play out. Either it goes up here or it goes down here. Okay. Because if I say enter a long trade from here, that the possibility of it coming down is there, and then the possibility of it continuing to go up is there. So let's wait for a good entry at the resistance for a short or at the support here for a long. All right. That's exactly what I'm looking at for the SUI trade. So wait for this to play out. Any of these that plays at the end, you go ahead and take a trade, in the opposite direction. So what I'm looking at currently is for SUI to come and create a higher high somewhere around here, right? Let's say we'll create another higher high around here, then we'll reject just at the trend line, and then come create another lower high here, and we'll take a trade just like that. Okay, let's follow on, or we break below that level. Let's keep following that trend. Okay, let's keep following that trend to the upside, guys. All right. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at. Then if we come here at that 63 level, you should be looking for a short trade. Okay, and SFP, sorry, SFP. So it was SFP, all right? And I was typing into that the SPF on the group. So USDT. So yeah. Let's look at that token right now and see what we have there. Okay, guys. Yeah. Look at that good entry here, guys. We came and rejected at that support, right? This previous resistance becomes a support, and that is where we rejected from. Look at that. Okay, look at that. That's great. So yeah, you would have picked a trade there to the upside, but we missed this entry. Should we continue and follow? Okay, let's see if what I will look at right now. Okay, if this actually rejects respect this zone here, and then it rejects here, okay, and then come down this way, right? If it comes down that way, then you should be looking at taking a trade to the upside. Okay, so let's just feel that this will reject. Right? If it comes and tests that support level again, then it should be a good entry to the upside. All right. If it comes and tests that support level again, it should be a good entry to the upside. So our entry will be at 50 cent. All right. For SPF, our entry will be at 50 cent, and then our stop loss will just be below there area there. So I'll equally take a snapshot of this and send to you guys on the group. Okay. So in case this plays out, you go ahead and take a trade. All right. In case this plays out, go ahead and play along with it and take a trade to the upside. All right. I should make a video on how to spot use this tool, because even all this I'm sending on the group now, people will still ask, where is the entry, where is the stop loss and the rest. Okay, so it is SFP, right? Okay, let me not make a mistake this time around. SFP USDT long. Yes. Okay, so just wait for a pullback. All right, it may not necessarily get to that 50 cent level, but just wait for a pullback and then continue with this trend, guys. Wait for a pullback and continue with the trend. That is exactly what I'll be looking at for the SFP trade. Guys, smash that like button for me, all right? And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, okay? Smash that like button for me. Let's have more likes, right? Liking will not, eat more of your data. So smash that like button for me. All right, Prince Vincent, let's look at MCUSDT. Let's look at MCUSDT. And yes, if you don't have a Bybit account, guys, or if you want to, start trading with our affiliate link, you can go sign up for a Bybit account using that first link there. Okay, use the first link. And if you are doing that for the first time, let me know. I'll send you a link to claim a $500 position airdrop. Okay, $500 position airdrop. Yeah. Okay, so this is a new token, a newly listed token, right? So this is what I was looking at, this range until we break either of those level. But right now, this didn't get down to that $26 level, so we just had a reversion at that 27, which is good. So for this token right now, if you want to join the trend and take a trade to the upside, great. Okay, if you want to join the trend and take a trade to the upside, that would be great. But A good entry zone would have been, seeing this token, okay, at this level of 26 cents, then I would have just taken a trade to the upside. All right. So my long entry will still be here. Okay, my long entry will still be here. I'll still be waiting for this patiently, guys. No need to rush. Okay, no need to rush. So even if I go to the lower time frame, let's go like 15 minutes time frame, guys. Yes, just wait. If this has a pullback, okay, if there is a pullback down to that zone, there you should be taking a trade to the upside. Okay, so your entry will be at around that 27 cent level. Okay, that is 0.271. All right, 0.271 or 0.272 and all of that. That would be a good area to take a trade to the upside for this MC trade. Okay, MC, let's look at the turnover for the past 24 hours. If there is a lot of people, 1.7 million, okay, yeah, so you just have to be slightly careful because no much money in that. Okay, yeah, so that is why we don't need to jump into this so that we don't get stock in the market and all of that. Okay, so yeah, let's wait for this. If it comes down to that area, let me take a screenshot of this and put on the group. Okay, so if it comes down to that area, you take a trade to the upside, and then I would have wanted to equally plot a short trade. Okay, I don't know which direction this will go first, whether the long to come in here, take a long and go up, or to come up there, take a short and go down. Because if I plot both long and short now, some of you will get confused. All right, but I'll just do that. If you get confused, sorry about that. Okay, if you understand how to use the long and short position too, when I do this, you should be able to know where your short entry is, where your long entry is, and then where your take profit for either of these positions are. All right. So this other one is a long, a short, okay, with a very tight stop loss because uh we could break above this level and create another all-time high, right? And then we could break below this level and create a new time or all-time low and all of that. Okay. So this is what I'll be looking at for the MC trade. In case it plays out any of this direction, I'll be looking to take a trade to the upside or to the downside. All right. So I just take a screenshot of this and send there. If you get confused, ask questions. All right. Just leave a comment if you get confused where the entries are. Okay. So yeah, let me do this again. So yeah, short or long, any of those. Okay. Any of those areas. So I'll send it to the group. Please look at it. If you get confused, let me know. So this is for MCUSDT, long or short, accordingly. It's English language, right? So accordingly means if either of those ways plays out right, you should long or short, depending on what works out for you. All right. Yes. Kamudu 12. Morning. I'm a beginner with zero knowledge. Yeah, you have to. Okay. It means that you need to sacrifice your time, sacrifice your data, sacrifice everything you have to join us live every day and learn. But if you want to start, guys, I have a lot of videos. Let's say you want to start with Bybit, for instance. You go ahead and sign up for a Bybit. I can just request for the videos on how to get started on Bybit. I'll send you a step-by-step guide. Okay, and then you get started, learn how to. You can use demo. All right, I've published I'm doing what's it called? I've set a premium video, okay, for tomorrow, all right, on how to use Bybit demo trading, right? I just made a video on that. Okay, the demo trading will help you to get used to Bybit. Okay, this is a video. So this video will start playing tomorrow around 10 a.m. So you can join me live and watch this video. So how to master the Bybit platform with a demo trading account. With that demo trading account, Bybit gives you like 50,000 USDT, 50,000 USDC, one BTC, one Ethereum, okay, that you can use. And it is based on the unified account. So there's a lot of information on this video coming up tomorrow. So yeah, you want to pay attention to that and start learning using the demo account. You have free money there. You don't have anything to lose. Okay. And even if you're a master trader, you can use the demo account to try out a strategy, which is what I'm currently doing, right? After having a series of losses and all of that, I've devised a strategy, a new strategy that I want to try. So I try that with the demo account and see how that works. Then try it back to a real account. It's as simple as that, okay? So Kamudo, you welcome, you can learn, all right? You can learn, and one day you'll be the person doing this analysis for you. analysis for us as well. Okay, so TRB USDT. All right, guys. So let's look at that and see. Okay, this is equally newly listed, and then okay, it's not newly listed, is it? Let's look at it. I think so. I think it's newly listed, right? Is it? It's not newly listed. It's been around for a few days now, right? The token has been around for a few days now. So yeah, looking at the daily time frame, we have a resistance up there and all of that. Okay. For TRB, what should we be looking at right now? Okay, this is no longer valid because that's played out already. Okay, so we have a resistance up here, right? We have a resistance up there at 11 cents, $11, sorry. Then we have a support down here. Okay, resistance up there, right, at $11, and then we have a support at $9. And currently we are at $10 level. So let me go to 15 minutes time frame and see what's possible with this token. Okay, so we see already my RSI is at on the 15 minutes time frame over board level. Okay, guys, let's wait for it to come reject at that level, right? What I basically wait for, okay, there could be a pullback, little bit pullback, and then if you want to trade this token, I would rather be looking for a long trade than a short trade, okay? So there could be a pullback, and this I still see this coming down to that resistance level, right? At that $11 level and rejecting from there. At least, even if it doesn't reject that much, it will have to respect this area. So those little pullbacks that we have here can give you a lot of money, all right? Can give you a lot of profit. So, Vincent, if you are actually monitoring this trade, if you are going to be doing a quick scalp here and all of that, so I'll wait. Okay. So what I would just basically do is to do something like this. Let's say here, okay. So have my trend line like that, and then set up another one this way. All right. So I'll wait for a breakout of this, this wedge here. Sorry. So either we break below or we break, downward, whichever way, okay? Once we break out of this wedge, either up or down, you go ahead and take a trade accordingly. So yeah, you can be looking at this area on the 5 minutes time frame. So if we consolidate here and break up, then it means you can take a trade to the resistance, right? So if you enter a trade around there, you should be targeting that $11 level. And then if we break below, then you can be targeting around 10.3 down to that 9.8 level. Okay, so yeah, just wait for this little bit of consolidation. Any of the breakout that happens, take a trade accordingly. Okay, if it breaks out to the upside, take a trade to $11. If it breaks to the downside, then you can take a trade and be targeting $9. All right, for the TRB trade, that is what I'll be looking at. So if you are going to follow up that trade, monitor it and see how that works and follow accordingly. Okay, Boss Mafia, take a look at BLZ. It has been consolidating. I think we looked at BLZ already, right? BLZ was the first trade I looked at. BLZ has it been consolidating? I think we just broke to the upside to the resistance currently, right? We are at the resistance currently, right? Okay, we are towards that resistance level, guys. Towards that resistance. So yeah, we've been consolidating around that resistance level. So it means BLZ, since it has these bands from the support, right? We've been rejecting at that resistance. We rejected there, rejected there, rejected there. So yeah, I said pay attention to this and take trades accordingly. You can be doing a quick scalp. Okay, if you go to the 15 minutes time frame, you would have seen clearly. Okay, when we rejected here, I would have given you some percentage. Let's say this would have given you around 10% move in the market, okay? With a 10x leverage, guys, you can imagine what that would have given you, okay? This would have equally given you, okay, another, 8 to 10% and all of that. So yeah, just pay attention, right? Since we are gradually rejecting from this area, if we come back down to that 12, 0.124125 again, you should be looking at shorting and then, taking profit accordingly, all right? So that's what I was looking at BLZ. So pay attention to it. I don't have a concrete setup right now for BLZ, but just pay attention and play along with it. Okay. Yeah, Steven, you're welcome to the live show. Abubakar, Ibrahim, you're equally welcome. Okay. Yeah, Micah, God bless you too. Okay, for joining me here always. Okay, so yeah, for Ruin, let's look at Ruin. Ruin, I'm actually looking at Ruin to go to around $1.30 or thereabout for me to take a trade to the upside. Okay, those are the areas I'm looking at for Ruin. $1.30 would have been a good area for me to take a trade to the upside. Right. Yeah. So yeah. $1.30. I'm actually looking at, though we have a resistance here, a support here rather. Okay. We can, pay attention to this support area down here, guys. But a good area for me to take a trade to the upside would have been at the 200-day moving average. All right. Would have been at the 200-day moving average. But even if we don't get to the 200-day moving average, guys, what I'm looking at right now, if I have to trade RIN, I had to be careful with RIN this time around, because when it was pumping and then every other thing was dumping, I felt that the RIN will actually dump. Okay, so I traded it multiple times, always shorting, and then it was always hitting, going against me and all of that. So yeah, for now, okay, looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, a breakout of this trend line will be a good confirmation to take a trade to the upside, guys. Okay, so a break and a retest of this trend line. So if we get something like this, okay, let's say we'll go up there and then come for a retest at that level of $1.44, $1.45, it would be a good entry for a long. Okay, anything around this area will be a good entry for long, and then you can target that high there and all of that. Okay, so for ruin, this is what I'll be looking at, and then put stop loss slightly close in case this breaks below that area. If it breaks below that area, then another area you should be looking at taking a long trade will be down at the support level, guys. Okay, it will be down at this 200-day moving average, guys, which will equally serve as a support at least before we break below it. So that's what I'll be looking at for RIN. Okay, so if you want to take a trade, I'm looking at entering a trade that is after a break of this trend line. Okay, because currently we are at that 1.46. Okay, but I'm looking at a break of that trend line, and then if we break that trend line, we'll maybe go to around 1.5 or thereabout, and then come back down here. But if you don't want to miss out, guys, if you don't want to miss out, all right, you can actually enter this trade right now with a low leverage, and then put a small amount of money that you are ready to risk down there. Okay, put a small amount of money you are ready to raise down there by putting stop loss in case we break below this area. But what happens if this just break this trend line and then there is no retest, right? That is why you should be preparing to enter a trade right now, and then target that up there. If we get up there, guys, that's over 16% move. All right, this is a good risk reward ratio, guys. All right, a 1-to-5 risk reward ratio is something worth taking advantage of, guys. So if you want to enter a long trade right now, you can enter, and then maybe gradually build a position for yourself for the ruin trade. Okay, but if you want to be extra careful, just wait for a breakout of that trend line. All right, a breakout of that trend line and the retest would be a good area for you to take a trade to the upside. Okay, David, that's what I'll be looking at for the ruin trade. All right, yeah. So is this Woo? Marvelous. Is this Woo or Swoo? I don't know. Is there anything like SWOO? Let me check. SWOO. Or there's nothing like that. So it should be Woo USDT. All right. So it should be Woo USDT. Marvelous. Yeah, Woo USDT. What was I looking at? I was looking at coming to reject at this area here, but I think we have been looking at this for a while now. So yeah, guys. Right now, let me take this out because it's no longer valid. So an area down there is good. All right. Anything at this 15-cent level and the rest. So for now, Woo is creating. If I go to like let's use 1 hour. Okay. So Woo is currently consolidating between these two zones here, these two areas. So a breakout of this area is, what we should be looking at taking advantage of, right? So yeah, a break above that level or a break above this level. Let me make this white since I now have a dark screen so that you can see that well. I believe the dark screen is better, right? The dark screen is better. So yeah, for Woo, okay, if you want to take advantage of this area until we break out of this area, if you want to take advantage of this area, guys, just go to the 15 minutes time frame and trade it, right? So we've been consolidating here for a while right now. So right now we rejected from that area, we're going back up to that 18 cent level. So what you can do now is to take advantage and be trading this consolidation right now until we break out. So if we break to the upside, then you should be looking to take a trade to the upside. And then if we break to the downside, you should be looking to take a trade to the downside. So anything at 0.186, you take a trade. Sure, that is, if we reject there, okay. At 0.180, you take a trade long, okay. So marvelous, that's what I'll be looking at for the wood trade. So if you want to take advantage of this, just take advantage of the consolidation until there is a breakout, okay. So it means if you are going to short this token right here, if I enter a trade down up, that should be short, okay. So if I enter a trade up here, my stop loss should be just slightly below that area, and then yeah, I target this zone down there. All right. So take advantage of this area we are consolidating on until finally we break out of that area, guys. Okay, until we break out of that area, then you can be taking a trade to either of the direction we are going. So INJ USDT. Let's look at INJ USDT. All right, so injective, what do we have here for injective? All right, so I think we looked at this trend line the other day, and then yeah, since we rejected from that $10 level, we've been going down, and then we've been respecting this trend line, guys. We've been respecting this trend line. So right now, we are either looking at rejecting, just like this week you see at the 200-day moving average, coming to reject at that 200-day moving average and going back to that trend line, or even at the support level at 5.6. Okay. So for now, for injective, what I'll be looking at, right? What I'll be looking at right now is, seeing this gradually coming down to, all right? A good entry for me will be seeing this gradually coming down, maybe reject at this 200-day moving average and then go back to that trend line. So if that happens, I can take a long trade from this 200-day moving average and target that trend line, 7.5. But if not, if we continue to go down, guys, if we continue to go down, then you should be looking for a short setup and the rest. So entry here to that resistance there, okay, will be a good way to trade this token, all right? Or if we come back down here, okay, from 5.6, it will equally be a good level to enter a trade to the upside, okay? But alternatively, if this doesn't get back down there, okay, let's say we consolidate here for a while, okay? If we consolidate here for a while and then go to that trend line and reject it without breaking above it, okay? If we reject from there, then that could be another area where you should be looking for short trade to the downside, guys. All right. So that could be a good area where you should be looking for a short trade to a downside. So there's no need of rushing into any trade right now. Just wait for the injective trade to play out and trade it accordingly. All right. Wait for injective trade to play out, for INJ to play out and trade it accordingly. All right. So OP USDT. Let's look at OP USDT and see what's up with that token, guys. All right, OP. So what was I looking at for OP? Okay, so we rejected at that 200-day moving average, and I was thinking that we could get back down to, just like this week came, and then pick trades at that 1.8, at $1.18 level and the rest. So for OP, okay, OP, this area here, serving as a support, which is where we rejected from, right? So we get a support there right now. So yeah, for OP trade, until we break below that level, guys, until we break below that level, we should be looking for long trades from here. Okay. Until we break below that level, we should be looking for a long trade from here. So if we, see something like this up there, you can go ahead and take a trade. Okay. So for OP, I'm not going to rush into it right now, but I'll just see if this can retrace back to this level again. Then I can take a trade and target that 200-day moving average there. All right. Then put your stop loss slightly below that area. All right. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking at for OP. Boss Mafia, okay, that's what I'll be looking at for the OP trade. So enter a trade at 1.45, okay, 1.45, and then take a trade to the upside. That's exactly the setup that I personally will be looking at for the OP trade. Okay, so for ETH, USDT, let's look at Ethereum and see what we have here for it. Smash that like button for me, guys. Okay, smash that like button for me for the YouTube algorithm. Okay, smash the like button, right? And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We do this every day, Mondays to Saturday, guys. Mondays to Saturdays. We do it twice a day, but on Saturdays I don't do go twice. All right. So yeah, join us by subscribing to the channel. You can go to the description of the video, subscribe. Okay. Use the first link there to sign up for a Bybit account and then join the Telegram using the other link below. All right, guys. So for Ethereum, what are we currently looking at for the ETH? All right. Yeah, I think it is still there, 1,650, which is a good area to enter a trade to the upside and all of that. So yeah, this area of support is still equally valid because we're still holding on to that area, guys. Okay, since we had that massive dump there, we're still holding on to that area until we break this level. I think we should just be looking for a quick scalp to the upside, guys. Okay, a quick trade to the upside will be what we should be looking for. So if I go to my 15 minutes time frame, okay, yeah, look at that. We've just been around this area, guys. We've just been around that area. So what I can do, all right, anything between this $1,640 to that 1,689 is a good area for scalping and all of that. So if you are going to trade for RV, okay, if you are going to trade Ethereum, be looking at picking a trade at that 1,642, okay, 1,642 and be targeting those highs there, all right, and all of that. So yeah, this is what I'll be looking at. I'll be picking a trade here until we break below this level. So I'll continue to pick trades here to the upside until we break below that level, right? Okay, so for Ethereum, that's what I personally will be looking at if you're going to trade the ETH trade. Okay, I already looked at crypto burner. Okay, I already looked at Shiba Inu. I think I sent that to the Telegram group. Okay, I've sent the setup already for the Shiba Inu to the Telegram. So go and check out all those screenshots I sent to the Telegram, and you see Shiba Inu trade there. Okay, Tomo. Oh, look at after closing my trade, Tomo went back to $1. Okay, so Tomo, guys, Tomo is magic. I don't know what's happening. I don't know who is selling. Okay, there's no like concrete news about that massive dump on Tomo. Is Binance involved in this? What exactly is happening to Tomo? Okay, so Tomo, look at that. All right, we broke the resistance, which is the support, this trend line here. We broke the support or whatever it is. We broke another support. We broke the 200-day moving average, guys. I don't know how low. Okay, I don't know how low this Tomo trade can go, guys. But guess what? It's actually a good level for buying. Okay, we are at a great level to start looking for buying opportunities right now. Okay, so if you want to start buying Tomo, it doesn't matter whether you're using leverage, you're using sport and the rest. I believe Tomo will bounce back. Okay, I believe that Tomo will bounce back, right? So for a few days now, Tomo has just been down, 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 and the rest. Okay, and then this massive two candles here a few days ago was something else. Okay, so Tomo has been down, 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 down. This I don't know. If we go below this area, I don't know, maybe to go down to around 33 cents or there, but I can't really say. But I still see that Tomo can have a U-turn, all right, from here. I still believe Tomo can have a U-turn from here to the upside, guys. I still believe Tomo will have a U-turn from here to the upside. So for Tomo, if you want to risk it, if you want to use leverage, I will just advise that you use a very low leverage, okay, and then enter Tomo and wait for that, all right, for it to play out. Enter Tomo and wait for it to play out, okay. So anything at that 96 cent, 98 cent, 99 cent or thereabout, okay, be looking to pick trades gradually for Tomo to the upside in case this happens, because Tomo can just wake up one day and just start pumping, all right. So you can buy in the spot market, or you can buy using a very low leverage with tight stop loss. So crypto burner, if you want to look at Tomo, that's what I'll be looking at. Okay, I'm not going to say buy now, but use your discretion. But this is at a good area to buy. All right, these are the good area to buy and all of that. And this all depends on if this candle closes as a hammer or as a pin back candle and the rest after today. I'm looking at the daily time frame, right? If we have this close as a hammer, though yesterday I was looking at this candle, but unfortunately we closed with that full body below the 200-day moving average. So if this eventually closes as a hammer or as a pin back candle, it could be a good sign, for a reversal. All right. So you should be looking to buy to the upside. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah. But please try to watch. Okay. Kamodo, try to watch, other videos to get started and then start practicing using a demo account. Okay. Guys, join me tomorrow by 10 a.m. to, take a look at this video too. So you can go set a notification there so that when that time comes, you'll be able to, join live and know how to use the Bybit demo account and all of that. All right. Yeah. So Joanne, I'll look at Jasmine, then I'll look at, is this Rune or Ron, Mrs. Abbas? Is this Rune? If it is Rune trade, I think I sent that to the Telegram group already. But if there is something like Ron, okay, I will check that and then we'll look at that as well. And that will be the last trade that we're looking at for today. Okay, so let's look at Jasmine and Jasmine. Okay, see what we have for that particular coin right now, guys. Okay, so Jasmine. All right, guys. So if we look at this zone as our support, let's go, lower to 4 hours. What are we looking at for Jasmine? Jasmine trade, okay. It will be good if you actually start picking trades down at the support level, right? It will be a good thing if you start picking trades at that support level because since after this week down there, right? Since after this week massive move down there, we've been consolidating around this area. So a breakout of this area could mean, something very reasonable. A breakout of this area could mean something very reasonable, right? So if I bring in my line here and then maybe bring a trend line somewhere, let's say from here up there, okay? So a breakout of this area would be a good area to be looking for a trade to the upside. Either we break below or we break down, or we break upward and the rest. So if you look at this zone right now, it will be a good area. So whenever we come test that trend line, you pick a trade, or if possible, right, if we get back down to that 0.0032, it's a good area. Okay, 0.003233, all of those areas are good areas to be picking a trade to the upside. But if you want to trade these, all right, wait for a breakout of these areas and all of that. But it will be good if you start preparing yourself now against the breakout. In case the breakout works to the upside, you should be taking a trade to the upside as well. All right. So if you want to buy this on the spot market, you can go ahead and buy that as well. All right. I think for Rune, I sent, did I send the Rune trade on the Telegram? No, I did not. But I've looked at it before. In case you just join, I'll go through that again. Okay. So for Joanne, that's what I'm looking at for the Jasmine trade. Okay. So just be looking at buying and, taking trades accordingly. All right. Taking trades accordingly and all of that. Okay. So let's look at Ruin again before we call it a day, guys. USDT. So let's look at Ruin again and see what's possible. Yeah. Yeah. Did I should have sent this to the Telegram, I guess. So it's a long setup, okay. I said enter right now. Okay, start building entries right now for Ruin, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it should be a trade, long trade to the upside or wait for a breakout of that trend line. That's why I didn't send it, all right? Because a confirmation would be a breakout of that trend line would be a confirmation to take a trade to the upside for Ruin. All right. So for Ruin, if you want to trade that particular token, wait for a breakout of that trend line to the upside. So let me equally send that setup to the Telegram. Let me send the setup to the Telegram for those who want to trade Ruin. Okay, so let me remove all these lines so that. All right, let me send this setup to the Telegram for those who want to trade Ruin so that you'll be able to pick a trade. But a breakout of that trend line will be a good confirmation, okay, to the upside. Let me not send it so that people don't get confused and the rest. But if you want to take this trade, take it with a very low leverage, all right? Take the trade with a very low leverage and then you will not get stopped at, guys. Take it with a very low leverage and you will not get stopped at, all right? Okay, let me just send this setup to the Telegram. just take a screenshot of this and send to the Telegram so that you'll be able to take a trade in case you want to, all right? In case you want to. But if we go below that area, guys, it will be looking forward a trade to the upside. So for Rune, this is what I have here for you guys. Let me put it here on the Telegram. Okay, Rune USDT long. All right. So yeah, who's that's what I have for the ruin trade. Okay. Boss Mafia, you want to scalp BTC on the 1 minute time frame? You want to scalp BTC on 1 minute? Let's look at BTC USDT. Okay, let's see. If there is a scalping opportunity. BTC is currently at 26K. So let me first look at my areas. Okay. Yeah, I think I have two trend lines there already. I have two trend lines here already, guys. And then, we've been like up and down, and then gradually we've broken above that level. So if you want to do a scalp on the 1 minute time frame, let's look at what we have here, guys. So 1 minute, 1 minute. But before then, I think I have to map up my areas on the 15 minutes time frame, okay? So map our areas on the 15 minutes time frame, right? Aside this trend line that I have here, I can map out areas on the 15 minutes, and then we'll see how we can be doing a quick scalp for this. Okay, so here will be our high. Okay, we use here as our high for the 15 minutes, and then we can use here as our lows. All right, so let me bring it down to that trend line. Yes, we use there as our lows for the 15 minutes. So pay attention to those white lines there, and until we break above that level. So if you want to take advantage of that, then if you go to the 1 minute time frame, you should be looking at this token trading, up and below that area. All right. I don't like the 1 minute time frame chart. I don't like the candles I'm seeing on the 1 minute time frame chart. So you can do between 5 and guys, 500. Yeah, if you look at the 15 minutes, okay, these areas I mapped out on the 15 minutes time frame. So even if you are going to trade on the 1 minute time frame, if we come back to 26,170 and reject there, you take a trade, a quick scalp to the downside. If you come to 25,860, you take a trade to the upside. Okay, so if you want to boss mafia, if you want to scalp this, just look at those area between 26,170 and 25,865. Okay, is where you should be looking to take a trade until we break either of this area. Either we'll break above the 26,100 up, or we'll break below the 25,800, $60 down. All right. So until we break it out this level, you can be looking for a quick scalp there. So if we come up here and reject from here, you take a trade to the downside, with leverage that you can afford, all right, to manage on your account. And then when we come down here, you take a trade to the upside. It's as simple as that. So these are the areas you should be looking for taking a quick scalp. But right now, I don't see any entry for you right now. Okay. So if we get up to that area and reject there, you take a trade down. And then if we get down to this area and reject here, you take a trade up. So that's what I personally will be looking at, guys. All right. So thank you for joining me this morning, guys. I think I've sent a lot of setup, okay, on the Telegram. So pay attention to those trades. All right. Pay attention to those trades and trade them accordingly. Don't rush into any trade so that you don't get taken out of the market. Right. And then always use stop loss, guys. Always use stop loss. I am saying this from experience. I'm not saying it because I want to patronize you or I want you to patronize me, okay? If you don't use stop loss, guys, then liquidation will be your portion, okay? If you don't use stop loss. When we talk about liquidation, is because there are no stop loss, okay? Stop loss helps you avoid liquidation. Stop loss helps you avoid losing more than what you should have lost. Okay. If I have $10 and I'm risking like $5 every trade, I can enter a trade with my whole of my sorry, if I have $100, right? And I want to risk $5 in every trade, okay? I can use leverages like 2x leverage, 3x leverage, okay, 4x leverage, and say whenever this goes against me by $5 minus $5, I'll close that trade. Okay, then when it goes me by plus $20 and all of that, so I enter the trade with all of my $100. Each time I see a setup, enter a trade with all of my $100. Okay, except if I have multiple setup, then I can split. Let's say I have 5 different setup. $20 goes to this, $20 goes to this, $20 goes to that trade. Okay, and then each of those trades I'll be losing $1, right? So that at the end of the day, if you have 5 trades, you have put $20 each. Okay, and it all goes against you. It means that even when all the trade closes, you're still losing that $5, right? And then if you go with one trade, when that trade goes against you by $5, you lose that $5. You still have $95 to go again. All right. And then when you see opportunity that gives you $20 per trade, $30 per trade, that is a good, risk reward ratio that can make you some profit in the market, guys. All right. Somebody requested that I make a video on risk management. I will still do that, guys. Okay, I'll do that. I've not forgotten, so I'll still make that video and then tell you explain everything you need to understand about risk management. But most importantly, the whole idea of risk management is deal with your emotions and always use stop losses. Okay, stop thinking that the price will come back, market is going against you, it will come back, it will going against you, it will come back until maybe it finally gets you liquidated and all of that. All right. So thank you. Smash that like button, guys. Thank you for joining me this morning, and I'll see you guys tomorrow during this video. All right, we are going to watch this video together, so I'll see you tomorrow. And once again, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing, guys. Okay, consider subscribing and then hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we go live. And if you don't have a Bybit account, guys, use the link in the video description to sign up for an account. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. Have a profitable weekend, and then see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.